Hi everyone, today we're working on a 1999 Toyota Land Cruiser all-wheel drive. The customer's complaint the last few weeks, they've been hearing some clunking sounds when they stopped and accelerated, and then what happened, they were driving down the road, all of a sudden it made this horrible whirr, like a really loud sound, the vehicle would not move. And the parking brake didn't work, so you had to put a block of wood because the vehicle would just roll away. So remember I said in the opening statement there, it's an all-wheel drive vehicle, so I'll show you what I found out what happened. This is the driver's front axle, the driver's front hub. And if you look inside of there, there's no more splines left. It's all rounded out. Here's the new one, you can see all the nice splines inside there. And so what had happened is, when it's in gear, the axle just spun around inside that hub. So it's like being in neutral all the time. There is no park. So we replaced the axle. I got the new axle already. You can see it's got some nice good splines on there. I cleaned all this surface up here, and then we'll tighten down and torque and put cotter pins in the ball joints and put the tie rod back on again. It's easier just to remove the whole assembly out of there than to try and angle things out. And then I got the wheel bearings, cleaning up with some solvent, put some new grease in those. And what goes along with that, it has a little lock tab that goes inside inside of this. Little lock tab goes on the end. The other one got pretty chewed up. And then here's the ring for the outer wheel bearing. It's got a big groove in there because it was so dried out of grease inside of there. So we got a new one of those now. And we have a new lock tab for the two nuts that hold it together. We've got a procedure by ALLDATA that shows the torque specs. It shows the exact way it gets assembled. And we'll put it back together again. And the customer will be real happy. What I was able to do is when it was towed in, it was parked outside, I was able to remove this hub and then put this hub on just to move it inside the bay and make sure he didn't have a transmission failure. So, it's a little tip from John Sadler: be aware of what you're working on. If you're working on an all-wheel drive vehicle, if you lose the drive from one wheel, chances are you're going to lose everything else along with it. And on this particular vehicle, that was the case. So they thought they might have had a bad transmission. I called a few transmission shops. They said, oh yeah, it sounds like it's got a bad transmission. Upon further investigation, when I had the mechanic next door sit inside and put it in drive and hold his foot on the brake, and it made the loud noise like it's going to blow up, it was the left front axle spinning in, tearing up inside the hub. So make sure you do a thorough investigation. Don't just start changing parts, especially when they're expensive. Thank you very much. Have a great day.